Have you ever done something that you thought you couldn't do? Real question here. Have you, think of this. Think of a time when you did something that you thought you couldn't do. Something that you were proud of. Something that you wanted, you're like, man, how did I even do that? Man, that was awesome. I'm so glad that I did that. Man, I'm proud of myself for what I accomplished there. Okay, because the next piece of how to get more focused is to use your successes as fuel. I bet you that we can sit down. For instance, I bet you I can ask you another question. Can you think of a time when you came up short? Can you think of a time when you were not good enough? Can you think of a time where you really hated the performance that you had in life, in sports, in school, in a relationship, in anything? Can you think of those times? I bet you can think of 30 just off the top of your head right now. But I bet it was fairly hard to think, man, what was a time when I was really proud of myself? When was a time that I did something that I thought I couldn't do? Man, those are the things that you want to hold on to. Those are the things that you really want to grab. Those are the things that are going to push you forward. The things that you thought you couldn't do, the big successes, use those. And that's part of your daily routine that we're talking about right now. Okay? You write down your goals in the morning. You write down your goals at night. You write out your targets in the morning. But what about at night? What else do you do? Well, at night, you write down the successes that you had from that day. Find at least 2 successes from that day. Man, you need these. You need these because these are your fuel. These are your power. These are what are going to push you forward. Okay? Write down your successes. Find 2 things. Sometimes it's a little easier than others. Sometimes it's very, very difficult. But I bet you can sit down and be like, man, what did I really succeed at today? What did I say? Because succeeding feels good. Okay, succeeding feels good. Some people talk about burnout. Burnout does not exist. Burnout is an idea by the status quo to scare you into giving up on your dreams. Burnout is garbage. People do not get burnout, they get bored. And the reason they get bored is because of a lack of progress. And the lack of progress happens because they don't succeed the successes that are happening, or the successes aren't happening fast enough. Does that make sense? You will not get burnt out if you continue to succeed. It's when everything goes stagnant, when no progress is being made, that you get burnt out. I've been burnt out because everything was kind of staying the same and it got boring. That was burnout. It hurt real bad because it was something I was extremely passionate about, and maybe you can relate. But the second that anything changed, the second that things started getting more successful, the second progress started happening, the second that we broke through the plateau, man, it got exciting again. It's the same thing for you in your life. Day to day, what are you going to do to make sure that you have the fuel to live tomorrow for everything that it can be? That's how you get there. You get focused on the successes that you had. What did you do today that you know was a success? Because you use that to propel you tomorrow. Okay? Write down your successes. Write down your successes. 2 of them right here every night. Okay, like I said, you can do this on Legal Pad or you can grab a One Life Planner. I do not care. But write down your successes every night. Use this. Okay, it can be as simple as I found myself very grateful for the relationship that I did have. I finally got Mrs. Smith to take her fish oil. Now her joints and her mood and all of these things are going to become more healthy because she got on her fish oil. I signed up a new member at the gym who told me that they just talked to their doctor, and if they don't change things, they're going to die. And they weren't sure if they should sign up at my gym, but by the time we got done talking, they felt more inspired and they were ready to roll. Okay, that's a success. Okay, that might be something that changed the outcome of that person's entire life. Maybe that person, maybe I met somebody today that was going to give up on everything, and I talked them into going for it again. Maybe somebody hit a really big, hit a goal today. What is the success from today? Find that thing, harness that thing, use that thing, write that down, and it will propel you forward. But make sure that you get your successes recorded. Write them down every night, acknowledge them, and use them.